I'm mad, y'all, because I got a whole new camera and it lags. What's the point of having a HD camera if it's gonna lag? I'm mad about that. Oh, let me get over here. But hey, Tyronda. Hey, it's Ray Ray. Hey, Princess Fula. Thank you for coming back. I'm so mad. I'm trying to step up my game, but I probably should have tested my camera first before I tried this. Hold on. All right. What's up, everybody? Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Liberty. Hey, girl. So, hey, Shalise. Finally, Charity. Please don't tell me I'm up on your TV. I wonder, can I make you a moderator on here? I don't know how to do it on this website, but I'm gonna try to do it one of these days. No, am I Central Time? I think I'm Central Time. Oh, okay, you on your phone. Thank you, Tyronda. You haven't missed anything. It just started. I'm waiting for people to trickle in. As you come in, make sure you leave a like. Thinking about it, Moesha was a diva. I always thought that, y'all. Ever since I was a little kid, I was like, why do people allow Moesha to just talk to them like that? I never understood it. And she consistently called Kim fat, and that was supposed to be her friend. And she consistently called Hakeem poor, and that was supposed to be her friend. If y'all haven't seen my Moesha video, go check it out. Only for the people who are not, diehard Moesha fans. Some people get really upset when you talk about their favorite show. But anyway, you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. Y'all already see who we're going to start with. Amelia and Bennett. Yeah, go watch it. Go watch it on Netflix. They got all the episodes on Netflix. OMG, that gown that Bennett wore. Interesting. I kept thinking, like, whenever they would do something like quirky or like totally off, something that would throw someone else totally off, I'm like, they're perfect for each other. Because just imagine if they got matched with like anybody else on this cast. They would think that they were a complete nut. Like, what is wrong with you? But, they appreciate that about each other. And even their families think they're a perfect match. I thought Bennett's family was something else. Like, his mama was just like throwing in your face. How do you like him? How is it? You have a good time? She's just so passionate. And then his sister, like, I don't know, she was a little bit even more like out there than they were. Yeah, their sister was something else. Like, she had no business telling Amelia how Bennett felt about kids. That wasn't your conversation to have with him. Yeah, men used to sleep like that back in the day. That's why I'm not judging him harshly about it, because I even mentioned that in my review, but it would throw a lot of people off though. His mom throws you off. The sister was completely out of line. Yes. Bennett's mom was super animated. Showing cleavage, under boob, and outer boob at the wedding. What? Who was doing that? And spilling Bennett's tea. His sister was doing that? I don't remember that. At least he was keeping it real. I low-key think she is jealous of her brother. Because if you saw how the mom was like gushing over Bennett, like, I've never had a love for anyone like I've had for Bennett, and you have a whole other child sitting there, that would make me jealous. It's like as soon as the mother was doing that, that's when she kind of like was trying to drop a bomb on the situation. Yeah, just like Anonymous Leo said, she was trying to drop a bomb. Their entire family is a walking performance. She was a little too happy to spill the beans. This Fashion Nova. What? I have to go back and watch it because I missed what she wore to the wedding. I wasn't paying attention to her, I guess. Really? I had no idea she was showing everything in her dress. I was not paying attention. I didn't know she was showing all that. Like she was dressed like a Fashion Nova model at the wedding. She don't even seem like she would dress like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch her speech. Um, who is more weird between the two? I would like to say Bennett, but honestly, I think they really equal each other out. Like, I want to say Bennett, but mostly because of his family. Because Amelia's family is not that animated, like somebody said. It's Amelia's inability to keep her mouth closed for me. Like, sis, I know some people who like to smile, but she be hardcore cheesing. I mean, that's her resting face is smiling. I know you know somebody like that no matter what, they're gonna smile. That's just like they're like, when I'm sitting here, this is my face. You know? Some people's resting face is they just, it's like almost like a defense mechanism, just consistently smiling. I can't imagine the mom preferred that. It was so random. She was about to go to the club after. I'm gonna look it up, y'all, because I had no idea. I can't believe no one mentioned Bennett eating the raw egg on last week's episode. Yeah, that was just a weird tradition. Like I've never seen anything like that at a wedding, like that being the tradition. But everything they do is a little weird. So I like. She said it was a tradition, so I was like, oh, whatever. I don't know, understand why he wanted to eat the raw egg. But Amelia thought it was brave, so they are equally, yeah. I couldn't think of nothing but their unicycle. Amelia's brother and Bennett look similar. They do kind of look similar. Yeah, the sister had on a loud green print dress with a crisscross straps in the front. I really have to see this, y'all. I did not know she was dressed like that. She was dressed like an IG model? Amelia knows how to pretend to be socially acceptable. Yes. I feel like she's not so in your face about it. Whereas Bennett, he doesn't follow social constructs whatsoever. And Amelia is like so for that. Because I think in order to be a doctor, you do have to chill. Chill with some of that. You look like you lost some weight, if you don't mind me saying. Thank you. Actually, I have. And I haven't even really been trying too hard. I just switched my diet. Switched what I was eating. I'm not eating as much. And, I haven't even been working out the way I should. It's literally changing what I eat. Bennett, dang, the comments are moving fast. I'm missing it. Bennett doesn't have the ability to do that, right? Amelia got that Demi Lovato smile. They are equally yoked. Bennett and Amelia are different types of weird, but hey, they own their weirdness, right? I don't watch Unfiltered. I have it on my DVR, but I haven't watched it. Was Henry talking? Did they get him to talk? It almost came off like Amelia thought his family was weird. Yeah, because they were. They really were. That was another level. I said like her family, I feel like they're more so like hippies, whereas his family, they are like out there. I could tell by that gift that the sister gave her. I can't wait for Bennett's commentary when all of the couples are together on the honeymoon. He's very transparent. That's true. I wonder how they're gonna like mesh with the other couples. I'm just waiting to see how they are in an argument. Ooh, they probably gonna really blow up because both of them they're already like falling for each other fast, and it's like a lot of like passionate, I feel like they're going to be really passionate on this honeymoon. So when they start arguing, I feel like it's probably going to blow up. Did y'all catch his parents clinging onto Amelia's hand? Yes, like they kept like holding on to. The sister did it too when she gave her that gift. And if y'all didn't notice, like they kept holding her hand, and it's like the mom put her hand on Amelia's hand, and then the dad put his on top of that. And I'm just like, that's a lot. Y'all touching me a lot. I don't know how I would react to that kind of stuff, y'all. I'm really like particular about people touching me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when they argue, I think it's going to be eventful because they're both very passionate. So, okay. Married at First Sight needs to stop dragging episodes. I totally agree. I mean, this episode, they really just stretched out like a montage of scenes. We didn't have to sit here for an hour and a half watching them talk to family members that were telling too much of the business. I really didn't get the lollipop. Even she seemed weirded out by it. Exactly. I think Amelia might have branched out on her own to find her weirdness, and her family accepts it. I feel like Bennett was born and raised weird. That could be it. I've never heard anyone say that about adoption. I've heard that sentiment before. I've never heard of anybody being like, I'm totally against biological kids. I think it's unethical. Like, I've never heard anyone speak on it that way. But I've heard people say how they want to adopt because, you know, they don't want to contribute to overpopulation. And there's plenty other kids in the world that need a household, that need a family. And I agree with that. I think I want to have at least one of my own biological kids, and I also want to adopt as well. And if I'm not able to bear my own children, I don't see anything wrong with adopting. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my friend's t-shirt. You can get this from undauntedthings.com. And Charity, you can leave your link in the comments. I totally forgot to put that in there. This episode could have been an email. I think they're dragging out the episode because they filmed with the pandemic. Honestly, last season, they did the same thing because I remember complaining about the same thing, how they stretched out the conversations for too long. I think they did it even more so on this episode. You could be right. It could be because of the pandemic. But they've been trying to stretch these episodes into 2 hours. And I'm tired of it. Yeah, we were supposed to see some of the honeymoon. Exactly. Y'all probably right. But I still think they still dragging it, trying to make it 2 hours. Why are you making it 2 hours? If you don't have enough footage because of the pandemic, then you need to make the show a 1 hour show. That's what I would think. Instead of trying to stretch it. I share the same thoughts on adoption as Bennett. I was screaming at the TV when he was talking. I've heard of one biological, then adopting the rest, but never none biological and all adoptive. Okay. I think Bennett may have realized that you can have kids and adopt, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. That's true. You don't have to, because he was very easy to, sway. So I think he feels that way. Vegetarians eat eggs, vegans don't. Yeah, I think he said he was vegetarian and not vegan. The editing is annoying. They made it seem like Bennett didn't want to move. I might have to adopt because I'm getting too old and I still got no man. I feel like, honestly, I feel like adoption should be like, I feel like it should be more common. It should be only for people that want to do it, but I think, we should be like more accommodating, more accepting, and trying to get people to see that adoption is like a great thing to do. I know a lot of kids that were adopted, and I mean, you wouldn't even know the difference between them and their, family members, because they're, so accepted. It's a beautiful thing. Freeze the eggs, girl. All right, y'all. We spent enough time on Bennett and Amelia. Let's move on. Another reviewer says Bennett gives the 3 C's: compassion, compromise, and communication. Aw, he does. You fast forward through all their segments. I agree. There should be a normalization of adoption, especially interracial adoption. Next, let the paint dry. Oh my goodness. Y'all cannot stand them. The pain of it all. This couple. All I can say about Henry is Christina. No, not this couple. I mute the TV when they're on. I couldn't sit through them. Do you think production is purposefully making Christina seem like a diva? I don't think they have to. I don't think they have to. Because honestly, she's doing it to herself. Like on her wedding day, when she was just like going off on everybody and treating everybody like crap, she did it to herself. Nobody made her do that. It's like watching paint dry. How did Henry get through the selection process? Exactly. And I remember on the casting special, I believe it was Dr. Pepper that was just trying to like defend their coupling to the other experts, and I know they are kicking their stuff in the butt. If awkward was a picture, it would be this couple. Henry's daddy treat him like he is the milkman, baby. Is that it? Is that it? Because Henry daddy, like at first it was kind of, it was kind of funny. We all have a family member that, nags us, that, makes fun of us, but his daddy straight up insults Henry and talks bad on his name. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough that Henry can't really, defend himself, but he has his daddy here that is rude and like telling all of his worst qualities to his new wife. On Unfiltered, Henry was very talkative and way less awkward. What? Well, what is going on with Henry? He must be extremely nervous around Christina, because she is really like pretty for him, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he's really intimidated by her. You think it's the edit? Maybe it is. See, I'm the type of person, like, I can keep a conversation going, but I need for you to join in on the conversation. Like, give me something. You have to give me more than one word answers. And also, you have to throw me a question back every now and then as well. You know what I'm saying? Henry is like very yes, no. You're going to have to give me a little bit more than that. I hollered when Christina talked about liking Henry's friends and thinking they liked her, and the petty producers played the clip of his friends calling her desperate. I think his friend, not Trishelle, but I think his friend likes Henry secretly, because there's no reason for her to be acting like that towards this woman you just met and talking down on her. Henry's dad was talking about Henry's hairy chest, but he has the same thing. I mean, honestly, if we want to go in, if we want to talk about looks and how hairy somebody is, or, you know, how unattractive somebody is, his daddy shouldn't be starting that. Because Henry, regardless of how we feel about his personality, he's, you know, he's a nice looking guy. He lost all that weight. He have a pretty good job. I mean, it's his personality that's throwing everything off. But Henry on paper is a catch. So I don't understand. Like, is his dad jealous? I don't know. Henry's dad thinks he is hilarious when he really is not. Someone needs to tell him he's not funny. Yeah, and it was uncomfortable. You could tell his mom does not agree with how he talks about him. But I mean, you sit there and let him talk about him terribly. And I can understand why Henry acts the way he does if his daddy constantly does that to him, especially if he did it growing up. It seems like he picks on that. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I just completely, my computer went dead and I forgot to bring my charger down here. I'm so sorry. Really? Is it clearer than before? I'm sorry, y'all. I really don't even know what happened. Well, my computer went dead. I know what happened. But sorry about that. Okay. So I'm just gonna get back to it. His dad joked that Henry couldn't be his son because he's so good looking. I don't think it's jealousy, just his dad personality that can be overbearing. It's a little bit extra. It's a little bit extra to that. I don't know. Henry is probably his friend's fallback if she doesn't meet anyone else to marry. Now he's gone and she's bitterly passive aggressive towards Christina. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Let me see. He was red in the face. You could tell he was intimidated by her beauty. That ain't editing. I mean, I don't think they would like just completely edit someone's conversation completely out. You know what I'm saying? I really do think Henry is just sitting there and looking, because he did the same thing with her family. You know, he was being real quiet then too. The experts, they give a list of compatible couples, less compatible couples, and a list of couples who really need to work at it and make it. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that someone said that they have like the couples that they really think are going to make it, the couples that need to work at it, and the couples that are less compatible. I did see that. I agree with the fallback. She definitely kept him in the back pocket. I could see that. Yeah, he's negative. I don't like fathers like that. Me either. Like, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. You don't have to constantly, because at the end of the day, it's affecting his self-esteem. I feel like there's a reason why Henry is the way he is. A lot of times people are the way they are because of childhood, you know, and his dad probably was trying to make him man up, but it ended up making him become withdrawn instead. It had the opposite effect. And speaking as someone who is very introverted and shy and quiet, when people would do that same thing to me, it would just make me want to withdraw even more. Like, I didn't really try to fire back until I got in like high school. That's when I finally came out of my shell. But Henry, for some people, they never get to that point. He's negative. Exactly. He's negative. I don't think he doesn't like I think he doesn't like her. That's why he's not speaking. Maybe he doesn't know what to do in this situation. He shut down because she's not it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Christina gets kudos for being patient and condescending at the same time. You know what? Even though Christina, like, her personality is, she's not my favorite, but I, like you said, I give her kudos for at least trying. But I think her motivation for trying is trying to get back to her ex. I don't think she's doing it necessarily simply out of the goodness of her heart or just because she wants, you know, Henry to experience travel. You know what I'm saying? Christina wants someone who is going to make her chase them. Women forget that they're the prize. Well, Christina gave him some shots. I want to see Henry turn up. Child, Henry just gonna pass out in the corner. Why did the experts put Henry with Christina? They are two opposites, too much to overcome. Henry's dad is horrible. Why didn't the mother intervene? Sometimes opposites attract, but I see what you're saying. He's surrounded by so many ladies in his life. I don't understand why he's so quiet. Women of our generation, women of our parents' generation wouldn't leave. If my husband ever tried that, he would have to go. We need to rewatch the episode. honestly must have dozed off. This episode really wasn't worth watching. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you didn't really miss much. I wonder how he met his friends. I bet his friends like came to him. I bet it was like a situation sort of like the Trishelle situation. They kind of became friends by accident. They went on a date to begin with, and she just became friends with his friends. Where are his bro friends? He had some guy friends. That's why, like, the his best men at his wedding are his guy friends, but they must not be super close. Because he don't seem compatible with them either. Henry was dancing with Woody and the strippers. Oh, Henry and Olivia probably would have been a match. She probably would have thought she wouldn't have wanted to put up with Henry. I don't think she, like a lot of people say that. I don't think she would have been as patient as Christina is. Low key. Even Bennett got loose with the strippers. Henry, please loosen your. Please tell me he's not this boring. Okay, you guys, let's move on to Olivia and Brett, since we were already talking about this. Oh, let me share my screen. I didn't realize I wasn't even sharing my screen. 1 second. Okay. So what do y'all think? I really don't have much to say about Bennett and Olivia other than I feel like, you know, people say that you what is it called when you first meet someone and you kind of just show them what you want to show them? It's not a mask. I can't think of it, but I feel like he's still performing what he thinks he's supposed to be. And yeah, that's what I saw when he sat down with her family, his representative, that's what it is. Facade, but I was thinking representative, thanks anonymous Leo. He still has his representative on. When he came out there with his glasses on and, you know, sitting up straight and having all the correct answers, that screamed representative for me. I feel like that's what's going on with him and Olivia right now. She's giving him all the compliments and saying how great it is to be with him right now. And I'm like, girl, he ain't even did nothing to deserve any of these compliments yet. It's reminding me of Mindy. And I will always bring this up, because when Mindy first saw Zach and she turned around to the crowd, oh, he's just so handsome. You immediately lost any sort of leverage you have with him, because men like that have huge egos, and all you have to do is give them a little inch and they're gonna take a mile, because they gonna feel like the prize. You really can't give them that much. Like, she just calm down. Like, I understand you're excited about it and it's great to, like, you know, be interested in your husband, but you don't have to be so, I love it, you know. Let me see what y'all are saying. It's an act. He seems muted, like he's on medication. What? Brett's true colors will come out after the honeymoon. He's being nice right now. This is just a pointless couple to me. I don't even remember anything about their scenes. Yeah, I feel like they're going to be more interesting as time goes on, because I feel like Brett's true self has not come out yet. If she's very devoted to her faith, I can't see her. Oh, it got cut off. But personally, you know, I'm a Christian and I couldn't be with someone who's agnostic personally. But maybe she can maybe she doesn't feel the same way. I just don't see how that would work. But she don't plan on having kids, so I wonder how that's gonna work too. Like, she doesn't really want kids, but Brett strikes me as the type of person that wouldn't want kids either. So I don't know. That might not be a problem. We are waiting for Brett to show his tail. I think his previous engagement ended because she cheated. I could be mistaken, but I could have sworn like he really got his heart broken, and like he turned into a player after that. I think Amber did that too. She let Matt know too soon how much she was into him. It's just, you can't do it. You can't with not with men, especially a man like Brett. You can't. You can't give him the upper hand. You could probably do a little something like that with Miles. You know, it'll probably make him feel all bubbly inside, but not Brett. You can't. You got to make him work a little bit. Some men like the thrill of the chase. Yeah, I hope she doesn't. I didn't care for the brothers if they looked up to her. If they looked her up, they didn't have to tell her that. Exactly. It's like they were trying to intimidate her. I didn't like that. They definitely the couple for drama because he wants kids and she don't. So did he say he wanted kids? Because I just don't remember if he ever mentioned that. I agree. Agnostic is a no for me. I think that she was like, I don't want kids, so it's okay. You have a gimme religion and I have a gimme no kids. Those are huge gimmies. That's too much. Those are too, I can't compromise on either. Yes, like he takes something for his nerves. Like, why did y'all feel the need to tell her y'all looked her up? That's weird. Exactly. Because they wanted to make her feel like scared or nervous. Like, ooh, what did y'all find? Like, I don't feel like Olivia have anything like any sort of serious skeletons in her past. She don't seem like that type. You have to let a man think they haven't gotten to you yet. You play hard to get. Yeah, that was an odd exchange with the brothers. What did they think they would find? Men are so sensitive. Sometimes they get did dirty by one woman and completely go bonkers. Exactly. Sometimes they can get done wrong in like the seventh grade, and then for the rest of my life, I can't stand this particular kind of woman. What? Can you grow up and get some help? That's sad. Those are deal breakers to a lot of people. That's two major deal breakers for me. I'll tell you that much. She likely makes more money than him, so he may not be able to handle that either. Ooh, he seemed like he'll really be intimidated by that. The brother said that Brett wants kids. Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't paying attention to them. They got on my nerves. To me, the brothers give me creeper vibes, like they have shared a one. Ooh, I hope not. I hope not. That's weird. I really hope not. I think that the pay they make is going to be an issue. That could be it. Because you're right, nurse practitioners make good money. She definitely shouldn't want Brett Bully Bunch to be around any kids. Olivia doesn't strike me as a type to not want children. That's interesting. Perhaps Brett adopted that persona to deal with a lot of the loss of the fiance. I think he definitely did. I think he definitely, wanted to become that player guy, like, hit it and quit it and move on. That's like his MO. But I think deep down inside, he really was a Miles type of person, very sensitive. And now all of a sudden, because somebody broke your heart, now you want to go in and be a path of destruction for any woman that walks on it. Okay, speaking of Miles and Karen, let's move on to them. The family ghetto. I hope you're talking about Brett's family. I'm rooting for Karen and Miles. I know she's guarding her heart and reserve, but just want her to open up a little bit. Me too. Religion, politics, finances, and children are major reasons why marriages can fail, must be aligned in these areas. Yes. It's a show. Miles called it at the bachelor party. He's trying to make up for something that he feels he lacks. What? Karen's sleepy self. I think Karen was drunk. I think she was drunk. I also think she was a little bit, sick because she had a cough, but I think she was mostly drunk. Because the way she was interacting with Amani, I was like, oh, she's a little tipsy. I think Karen is moving at her own pace. I think she's trying to embrace the situation, but she's naturally a quiet, private person. So I think this is very difficult for her. Her mother already said this is something that she would never do. So I think this is something that she's like trying to take in. She's doing it all on camera. Do I think she's sending a little bit of mixed signals? Yes. Do I think she's doing it on purpose? No. I really think that possibly she shouldn't have done this, because this is like a fast-paced sort of thing. Like when you get married to somebody, you have to, pick it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the same thing with Henry, but not as extreme. It's just like, this man is here. You're here now. You're married. And I see that she's like trying, because she's, not so closed off that she can't joke around and talk with him. But the whole pillow barrier, the whole, oh my goodness. Someone said when she coughed, I said, do she have COVID? I could have just passed out just now. Oh my goodness. That caught me off guard. Oh my goodness. Suppose she did. Oh my goodness. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the pillow barrier, and just she's kind of friend zoning him a little bit. That's how I felt when she like had him massage her feet, had him take her hair down. And I see that, and somebody mentioned on my last review that, he needs to be more assertive, and, he needs to like tell her what's on his mind as well. But I think he's trying not to push her like over the edge. He's trying not to push her too fast. He's trying to be patient. You know what I'm saying? It's only been like a couple of days for them so far. I mean, I know it's been 4 episodes. They've been stretching this thing out, but it's only been a couple of days. So, it's nothing. I'm not trying to like critique Miles too, but I feel like he's doing the best he can in that situation. He's doing what he knows how to do. And he's trying not to, make the situation more difficult for her, because he already knows she's having a hard time with it. Let me see what y'all are saying. Karen is giving me Jamie and Doug tease. See, the thing is, I'm saying all this, but I think they're going to be all right. I think they're going to be the Deanna and Greg, personally. But early on, if y'all remember, Deanna and Greg Deanna was kind of a little bit standoffish as well. It took her a while to warm up. So hopefully that's the same case here. But, in the moment, it's hard to watch. I wish we had more to go on. I'm still unsure about Miles. He's younger than Woody, and I question why he joined this process. Well, the people around him thought, like, completely understood why he would do something like this. Obviously, he's a very passionate person, and he seems like he wants to start a family. I mean, if you look at what he does for a living, isn't he like a principal or something like that, an administrator? I'm sure a lot of his colleagues are married, and he might just be ready for that early in life. Some people are ready to be married early. Poor Miles, he's just so smitten and sweet. I didn't like that Woody came to visit. That was real 20-ish behavior. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, you better not, especially if we're on Married at First Sight. You better not come to my hotel room. You don't know what's going on in here. You don't know what kind of night we having in here. You know what I'm saying? You don't show up to nobody's hotel room unannounced. I don't care. I really don't care that you didn't see your friend get married. Like, I understand it, but I don't care. And then definitely don't go ahead and invite him in. At least ask me first. Amani had to kind of wrap it up because she could tell Karen wanted to go to bed. It was too much. You could tell Amani knew she wasn't supposed to be going up in there, but her husband wanted to do it. You could tell. When you sign up for this show, you have to buy into the situation and give it to your best. And I think you kind of have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. I mean, you already are. So I agree with that. What is weird is that she does not strike me as someone who was in a relationship with the man who had a baby, a whole baby. Miles would never do that. I want to see what his social media looking like. You are Maisha is very skeptical of Miles. Ooh. In the previews, it looks like she warms up a little bit, but they need to at least kiss. Yeah, I think they need to get to that point. I'm kind of like her at first. Even if I like someone, I put walls up. Honestly, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. And people be thinking I'm playing hard to get, and I'm not even playing. Seems like she's waiting on him to be less man-childish. I mean, has she seen that side of him yet? That's why I don't think it was fair for his mom to put that out there, or his parents to do that. Because, maybe he was like that in your house, but maybe in his own house, he's different. He's going to have to put that Mac game on her. Exactly. But I think he's waiting for the right time. I think the preconceived notions from digging through his social media platforms is still playing a part in how she's viewing him. She already has her mind made up that he wasn't her type. That's true. Miles' mama get on my nerves. Ugh. She gonna have to let that mama's boy thing go. Seriously. Because that, if anything, that's gonna scare her away even more. Deanna saw that house Greg had and started letting her guard down. Look, and I don't have no problem with that. Greg built a house for a family. It had a deck and a porch. Okay? Now, that's telling me you're ready for a family. It's more than just a house, because Deanna had her own. She had her own place as well. But seeing that he was about his business, I don't blame Deanna for changing, for, opening up after that. Who wouldn't? For him to have that job lets you know where he is mentally in terms of behavior. Exactly. When you're in that line of business of working with kids and stuff, it makes you want to start a family. You know what I'm saying? It makes you, he seems like he wants kids and a wife. Miles makes good money too. He has 2 degrees and administrators make like 80K. Yo, my uncle was a principal. He made real good money. Woody knows his friend. He knows ain't nothing going on. But he didn't, though. He really didn't. They didn't have to answer the door, put the do not disturb sign. You know Woody ain't the type to knock on his friend's door and leave. You know Woody is not that type. Pinky giving them a piece of her mind. Look, I'm sorry. I'm so happy to meet you. I really don't want you to get the wrong impression of me. I am tired. I did not expect to see anybody tonight. I am so sorry. Pleased to meet you. I'm tired. Miles was about to massage my feet. Miles about to massage my feet. I don't have time for this. I'll meet y'all at the honeymoon. Woody's energy level rests at a 97 and Karen's was at a 3. Karen was knocked out, y'all. Karen was in the bed, hugging a pillow. She was tired. She did not feel like meeting nobody. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, I don't see Karen as cold. I see her as reserved. Some people are truly reserved, and that's just them. And she'll never be like the life of the party. But she's, she can open up to him and be, silly and goofy with him. You judging him because he's young and has a nose ring, Maisha. Karen acts like a tired old woman. Pillow princess. Karen's mom did say if Karen don't like him, then she would talk to her. I think her mom is going to have to. I think her mom is going to have to be like, look, Karen, this is a good man. Because the fact that he won her mother over, her mother was not trying to be won over. She wasn't. So Miles must have been really, saying some good stuff for Karen's mom to be won over like that. That's all I'm saying. Karen has a nose ring too. She does. I didn't even realize she had a nose ring. Karen's personality comes from her mother. They give me a little bit boozy. A little bit boozy. So Karen, especially on camera, I think Karen is going to be super reserved and super hyper aware of herself on camera, as well as how she, carries herself. Did you think it was rude when Miles' mom said, I will pick up the slack? Yeah, it was just like, come on. It was just like, you're not making him more appealing to her. This is going to be a strike against him. Your mama too much. How do you feel about submission? Why did she frame it that way? Why did she frame it that way? I do agree Miles do need to be a little bit more assertive, but I feel like he just do not want to push her over the edge. I would be excited, and that would keep me going. At least greet the guest and say, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I'm the type of person, you have to let me know you coming over. You can't just come over my house. I ain't never been like that. Don't pop up. Don't surprise me. I don't like that. I need a heads up. And if your friend gonna come over, you need to ask me, well, do you mind if so-and-so? Like, even if, I just need a heads up, regardless of if he coming over, period. Just be like, oh, he coming. Give me a chance to say, what I need to say about it. It's my house too. Even Miles' father looked at the mom like, shut up. She was. He was. I can see why they're not together anymore, because he was looking at her like, Women, what you talking about? Why the sister kept mean mugging? You know. You already know. That's how they are when they want to protect their brother. And please don't come talking about submission to a stranger. I was thinking maybe she didn't want to get up because her zipper was down. Possibly. I didn't even think about that. Exactly. You just inviting people in here, and Woody just coming all up in the room. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. That is some like 20 stuff. And I'm in my 20s and I still don't think that's appropriate. But y'all, I was raised by my grandmother, so I think a lot of my ways are like real old school. And I just think you should announce yourself before you come over. Miles' dad said Miles needs to be told what to do, but his mama talking about submission. Yeah, they're not on the same page at all. Yeah, Karen is wrong, needs to speak up like Amani does with Woody. I agree. I think everybody needs to speak up a little bit more and have better communication. Nose rings in New Orleans and Louisiana is a thing, but surprisingly Woody doesn't have that. He don't want nothing messing up his face. I felt like his mom was doing too much, but I do understand her. I feel like Karen also needs to know she's getting a good person. Okay. I understand she's being protective, but they will be standing outside playing with me, popping up. Announced. Thank you. Thank you. Karen is up and down. He was going to lay under the cover, but she wanted him on top with her. But then she moved. I just didn't understand that. Why would you tell him to, okay, be on top of the covers with me, but then I'm going to sleep all the way on this side with the pillow in between us? Like, the sister took me out because she looked like I'm not here for this. Woody ain't slick. He wanted to see what his homeboy had. You know what? It was funny how he was talking about her and Woody and Amani showing up to their room. It was too much. It wouldn't surprise me that production had them up in Miles' room for footage. A lot of this is production. I could believe that too, but I could also believe Woody was like, "Hey, can I go see where Miles' room at? I got to show him I can see him. He's that type." And if my husband had a friend like Woody, you're going to have to let him know tomorrow. We'll see him tomorrow. We'll see him on the trip there. Okay, we all going on the same honeymoon. That I'll meet him then. If I don't know you coming over, I'm not answering the door. I was kind of surprised Karen asked for a foot rub. That is pretty intimate for the first day. It is, but I thought it was cute at first, but I just hope she's not friend zoning him. I'm gonna like the friendship between them two. I think they're gonna gel as friends. Yeah, that pillow is elementary. You stay on your side. And Miles is not even the type to like creep over in the middle of the night while you sleep. Like, I doubt Miles like try to sneak a cuddle in. Like, you don't even have to have that pillow between y'all. Oh, the weddings were within a few days. They could have had Miles and Woody get married on separate days. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, they really could have, so they could at least go to each other's wedding. But maybe that would kind of mess up the process somehow. Could. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on to Woody and Amani. When Miles put that pillow down by her feet, I was like, come on, leave them feet alone. That's enough. I hate feet too. I don't even want nobody to touch my feet. Like, let's just leave feet out of it. Please don't ask me to touch yours. I'm not touching nobody's feet. I hope my husband don't like that, because ugh. Maybe it would be uncomfortable if she slept on top of the covers and he sleeps under the covers. Well, I think he was trying to make her more comfortable. Like, I'm not gonna try anything. Yeah, I like them. They're super chill. I feel like I like the way they communicate with each other. Like, Amani is very upfront about how she feels about things. And she doesn't let any time pass without her airing out what she has an issue with. Like, when he was smacking, she let him know quickly, like, that was so funny to me. Because I know some people have a really big deal about smacking. And I'm just like, if God asked me to redesign the human body, I'm cutting feet off. We gonna have pegs like Brett dolls when I pop the shoes off. Okay. I don't need the feet. I don't need toes. Please don't put them on me. I feel like I can relate the most to Amani's personality. Okay. She seems real chill. It's good because Woody never has to guess where they stand. That's true. I love Amani. She ain't playing around with anyone disrespecting her. No shouting, no temper stuff. That's the way I am at this point in my life too. I'm not trying to do all this loud arguing. Really disturbs, like, it disturbs my spirit to like do a whole lot of arguing and screaming and yelling. I hate it. I can't even express to you how much I hate that. So if we get to the point where the only way we could communicate is hollering and arguing, we need to take a break. Cause I don't want to do all that. That's too much. I'm the same way. Like, go take a walk and let's come back to it. I appreciate that Woody was transparent regarding his ex relationship cheating and him going to counseling. Mature of him. Yeah, I never would have thought Woody would be the type to like actually go to counseling, but that's great that he did before he got married. That's the same thing. Speaking of Greg and Deanna, Greg said he went to counseling before this experience and it really helped him become a better man. So I think that's awesome. Hopefully he's still doing it. I'm surprised she is single and she has a cool and chill personality. Me too, but I think she probably picked the wrong men, because didn't she say the man that she was dating turned out to be married? So maybe she just has a bad, she doesn't pick the right sort of men. The thought of screaming makes me tired. Oh, me too. Wears me out. Amani gets people together like a loving mother. She'll tell you off, then love on you. Hollering and arguing is counterproductive. It disturbs your equilibrium. I totally believe that, because it always like shakes me up in the worst way. I always feel like uneasy and just totally disturbed after arguing. I don't like to. Now I will if I feel like, we have to argue, because some arguments are totally necessary. You have to have arguments, but like hollering and screaming, yeah. Amani doesn't play and will hold him accountable. That's what Woody needs. That's why, despite some hiccups they may have along the way, I think they'll make it if he can be receptive to it. That's how I feel about them too. I think, she got his number and she ain't gonna let him get away with doing or saying just anything. She's gonna hold him to a standard, and she sets her boundaries. And either you are gonna play ball within those boundaries or we ain't gonna be together. That's just this kind of woman. That's the kind of woman that Amani seems to be. I don't know. Whenever a man says with both cheated, red flags go off in my mind. Yeah, it would make me be concerned as well. But the fact that he said, he went to counseling and he's making an effort to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? It could be a deep-rooted reason why he did those sort of things. So hopefully he's taking the proper steps to change those. I'm one of those people, if I get angry enough, I start crying. Ooh, that's me. That's the main reason why I don't like to start hollering too much. Because something about me getting angry activates my tear ducts. And that really makes me mad. It makes me even more mad because it's like, that's going to make me seem weak. And I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm really that mad that tears are activated. Like, I hate it. It's the worst. It's the worst. That's why I try not to judge. I don't know if y'all watch Real Housewives, but I try not to judge Candy too harshly when she gets really angry and she starts crying, because the same thing happens to me. But Candy literally cries about everything else. So, I mean, he said he cheated like it was the Daily News. Oh, I was annoyed when her family asked if he would cheat on Amani. That was kind of like, I mean, I understand why they asked it, but it's like, come on. What is he going to say? Well, yeah, I do plan on cheating. After maybe 5 years, I'll probably cheat. Like, what do you expect for him to say? I didn't like that he said that he didn't think she could make him mad enough to act up. Yeah, because you don't know. When emotions get involved. I actually grew up in an arguing and confrontational family. Now I'm learning that is productive in a relationship. Pinky, you cry because you want to hit someone. I don't, because I'm not a violent person. Like, I say what I'm going to do. I say I'm going to hurt somebody or whatever. I don't even like to play fight too much. I don't like to do too much. The couple of times that I've gotten in sort of a tussle with somebody, I did not like it. I hated it. And I never want to be in a relationship where someone that I feel like we have to put our hands on each other. Yeah, it's not like he would openly say, of course, I'm going to cheat on Amani. Yeah. I was going to say, y'all got the candy. I hate it. I hate it. It's like the tears just, shoot, why does tears have to come? I'm not even like upset. I'm mad. I guess that's a different kind of upset. The fact that he said that lets me know that he still needs therapy. True, he might still be in it. I would have been shook if someone's mom told me they seen the devil come out of it. Now that's what shook me too. That's why I was like, now what do you mean by you saw the devil come out of it? Now I would have been, hold up, we're gonna have to stop. Now what? The devil? What do you mean the devil? And I'm like, the mama threw him up under the bus like real tough. Amani's dad is always smiling. He's someone else that has like their resting smile face. Much like Amelia. People are blowing the cheating off because we like Woody, but it's a red flag. Many cheaters keep repeating the pattern. Temptation is hard for them. That's true. You're right. I'm trying not to be biased, but you're probably right. I'm guessing his shoulder dance will be making a weekly appearance. But the mom conveniently, I'm guessing you saying she conveniently left out the counseling. I don't know if she knew about it or not, but just the fact that you're going to tell her you saw the devil come out of him, at least give some sort of redemption to the situation. Now, I don't think he's in therapy. I think that was just the perfect answer, and he knows it. He don't seem like the type that'll lie that blatantly. Yeah, I don't play with the devil either. The mom had 0 bars. What about the grandma? The grandma was so defensive. I mean, she was really protective over her Woody. Like, when she said he was smacking, I ain't never heard him smack a day in my life. I mean, that don't mean he wasn't smacking this morning. What do you mean? The grandma threw me off. I'm like, dang, she couldn't say nothing. See, it's grandmas like that have these boys acting immature. He said he's matured. I feel like the cheating is situational. We'll see. I feel like she's like Henry's dad. I don't think she was for this at all. Possibly. She did seem a little thrown off at the wedding or before the wedding. Woody's grandma is your grandma. Grandma was Hostel City. Grandma love her baby. You better not talk about. Come on. You better not say one bad word about Woody. You just know you cannot go to his grandmother if you have any problems with Woody. Know that. Because she's automatically going to take Woody's side. I will seriously not marry someone if they smack. I can't. My dad smacks and I want to stab him. Smacking doesn't bother me so much, but I understand that people are really like sensitive to smacking. She handled the conversation very well. She did. I think she's very understanding. She comes off as very, willing to listen and understanding. Can we say how Amani and Karen came through with the braids? I'm like, when did y'all have time to get braids? Because I know when I get my braids done now, they could have went to the Africans because they be having like 2 or 3 people on your head at once. But when one person be doing my hair, I know it'd be taking at least 10 to 12 hours. So I'm like, who did y'all go to get y'all hair braided real quick? Like, I begin so irritated. I start scratching my ears and shaking my leg. The grandma was giving me the vibe like she sees no wrong and he get away with anything. Yeah, that's probably why y'all saw the devil in him that time. I mean, he needs some kind of discipline. I think the grandma might have raised him, and the issue may be between the mom and the grandma on which Woody belongs to. I know he said his granddad raised him in the absence of his dad. Okay. I didn't even think about that. That could be it. Maybe Wooden didn't display certain behaviors around grandma. True. But she just seems like she wasn't gonna say nothing bad about her baby, regardless. I think they had a braider on set. Hopefully, because shoot, where did they find the time? The way Mike hyped up Karen when Miles. The way Miles hyped up Karen when he saw those braids. I know they are going to be in water, so braids is a good idea. If I ever go on any sort of trip where I know we're going to be in water, I'm definitely getting braids. I feel like it was a couple of days between the wedding and the honeymoon. Okay. I feel like based on Karen's braids, she like them a little rough. I can't. I don't know what about American braiders, but I used to live in Germany and she would do my hair with one pack in 4 hours at the most, and my hair was thick and long. Okay, because I'm telling you, over here it would take forever. Yeah, it was weird when grandma said I lived with him. Yeah, she made it seem like, I don't know, like they had a different kind of living situation. If my man isn't hyping me up like that, we're done. Karen looked different with braids. As bougie as she is, I didn't think she would get cornrows. Maybe it's just me. Maybe Karen is totally different from what we think. I do love Karen's natural hair. I love her hair too. Her hair is so pretty. If they had a braider on set for Amani and Karen, they should have had one on set for Taylor last year. Please do not come in here talking about Taylor and their hair. Child. They probably had to wait for the other couples to get married. They don't all get married on the same day. That's what somebody else said. Okay, I didn't know that. I can't talk about Taylor. Y'all went on Taylor last season. Like, for real. Y'all, I was trying to like be nice about it, but y'all went in on Taylor's wig last season. OMG. OMG. Y'all went in. Y'all let her have it. Maybe they learned from Taylor's season. I'm surprised Karen was in good spirits after them braids. After I get my hair done, my head be hurting and I can't be bothered. I mean, it depends on how tight they do it. I don't like super tight braids now, especially around my edges. Somebody took my edges out one time and I'm still pressed about it. Thank God they grew back. The natural hair of these past few seasons has been amazing. It really has. Deanna had great hair. Iris had great hair. Who else? It was a monstrosity. Y'all are crazy. She was really confident with that wig. Y'all are crazy. Amani's dad and stepdad are fine, and yes, I'm in their age group. Okay. I wasn't even looking at them like that. I have to look at them again. Mika had nice hair. Well, we don't know what kind of hair Taylor had. That's true. That wig was a 3-in-1, like Gina's friend's wig on Martin. I think Woody was smacking on purpose because he knows that Amani don't like it. And he said he didn't like it either. He's such an image conscious person. I believe he did it on purpose to be funny. He could have, but some people, like, they set standards for other people that they don't follow themselves. It is a YouTuber who used to review Married at First Sight named Scatter Brilliancy, and he used to say Taylor and her wig cracked the phone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, we've been on here for an hour and 18 minutes. Y'all make sure y'all leave a like down below. It's 114 people in here. Shout out to everybody that's here. There's a lot of people. So I'm gonna stay on here for a few more minutes, and yeah, this is a lot longer than I planned to stay on, but you know, it's Friday night, ain't got nothing else to do. I would love to be around Amani and Woody. They stay dancing. The chip nails. If you do something you know I don't like, I'm fighting you. I feel like that means you don't value my feelings. Maybe I'm taking it too far. What is the type to, you know, he'll do it just to see if you'll say something. Iris had pretty natural hair. She did. I gotta watch one of his reviews from last season. I try not to watch other people's reviews because I don't want anyone else's like opinion to like influence me. Not that it will, but you know, sometimes you could say something and somebody could say something, you could say it in your review, and yeah, I try to just not to keep down the confusion. And it's sad because a lot of people that I watch other reviews for, other YouTubers, they reviewed TV shows, they started reviewing this show. I'm like, dang, I can't even watch your reviews. He was over all of them. I love your reviews. I will be here every Friday unless I fall asleep. Oh, thanks, Jasmine. Taylor could have pretty hair too. I thought quarantine would reveal it. Girl, you can wear a wig in quarantine. She wore that wig through the fire, so she could wear it through quarantine. Yes, Kelsey, I miss him, and Stephanie Lee. I have to check out. I think I might go look at like old reviews. That way I won't be influenced. Because I do like to check out. I want to see what other people had to say about about these people. I agree to a sense. It's like Woody wants to see what boundaries he can push. He seems like that type. First of all, I think men be doing that anyway. They be trying to like, you know, push you here and there just to see where they can get over and want to see if you'll shut them down. And Amani seems like the type that will. Pinky, you remind me of my niece. Beautiful ladies, keep up the good work with your channel. Thank you. Pinky, you a mess. She wore that wig through the fire. She did. They went through the fire in that marriage. And the wig was present the entire time. It seems like Woody and Amani have gone the farthest physically. It seems like it. It seems like it. I'm not surprised either. Yep, men love to get me mad. They like to poke and prod. Mm-hmm. They do little small stuff to see if they can get away with the big stuff. Mm-hmm. That's why you got to get them together quick. You got to get them together quick. They seem 100% themselves. Yeah, they don't even seem like they have on their representative. They seem like they're just completely open with their own personalities. What do you think of the upcoming preview? Dang, I can't remember what happened. I can't remember what happened. I haven't watched it. I have to watch that. That's something I forgot. I have to watch it. I knew it was something I was forgetting to watch. But I do want to see the Indian matchmaking show. Amani isn't going to play those games with Woody. She ain't. Wait, they only kiss. As far as we know. I've never seen Love Island. But what channel does it come on? So Miles' grandparents didn't come to the wedding. I thought he valued their opinion. Maybe they couldn't make it. But he did seem to value their opinions and not the parents. The parents are not together no more. So I didn't see the preview. Is it up? They put, because I just don't remember seeing that. Maybe my DVR didn't record it. Woody jumped in the pool and lost his ring. That sounds like something he would do. Why is the man always losing his ring? Amani seems like she's no nonsense. A couple professed their love for each other. I believe that was Bennett and Amelia. I try not to watch the previews at the end. I like to be surprised. It comes on CBS. I might check it out. Love Island. I'll have to check that out. Woody don't lose the ring like Keith did. Oh my goodness. Iris, like I thought Iris was going to pass out when Keith lost that ring. As if y'all can't go home and get another one. Like he can go get a rubber one and y'all will be all right. Miles said he'd been in 10 monogamous relationships. What? Oh, okay. His parents were edited out. What? 10? Wait a minute. Miles is 26. 10 relationships? Iris was monogamous dang, I can't get that out of my head, y'all. 10? Yeah, Miles is only 26. That might would have rubbed me the wrong way too. But 10. That's what I'm saying. When is he counting like high school relationships? Because those don't count, Miles. I hope you know. Those don't count. If you count high school, stop counting high school. Grow up. If you count high school, grow up. if he's counting high school, boy, because I bet you half of that was in high school, in college, undergrad. Yeah, Miles is the type to count having a girlfriend in kindergarten. He counted his mama. Y'all quit. Miles seems like the type to fall in love quick and hard. That's what I said. 10, he probably talking about the girls he called girlfriends in kindergarten. He probably took that serious. I guess he was seriously dating in high school. Miles must have always been someone that's been very serious when it comes to dating. Like, people probably thought he was going to get married out of high school. I know people that have gotten married like straight out of high school. So maybe that's it. Maybe he's been looking for a wife ever since then. I don't know. But if he's talking about college too, I mean, if he's talking about high school, undergrad, and college, okay. He's been single for 2 years. So if he's been single for 2 years, then I don't count none of what he's talking about, hardly. He counted a girl he kissed in Arts and Crafts Center in elementary school. I won't accept any Miles slander. No, I was just thrown off by that. I had 10. But if he's talking about high school Miles, boy, stop it. And that's another thing. How long were these relationships? Did they last a few months? Like, what are we talking about here? I can't wait till Sister Sister comes to Netflix. I love Sister Sister. I haven't seen that show in so long. I'm not saying nothing until future episodes. Maisha should know something we don't know, and I'm mad. And I don't want to know spoiler, but girl, it's a Miles Hive. They said they was in the Miles Hive last week. I forgot who said they was the president, but somebody said they was starting the Miles Hive last week. So yeah, girlfriends is coming to Netflix too. Y'all gonna be mad at Sister Sister too? I don't think so. We already have a Miles Hive. Maybe that's everybody he's had relations with. That could be. Next week, I guess we're gonna see next episode what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till next episode before I completely judge him. Child, I'm gonna get up off here. Miles, Woody, Miles, and Amani, they look different now. You know they tape it after the 8-week marriages. Miles' hair is longer now. It looks good. I gotta see it. Somebody said that last week too. I love Smart Guy. I heard they were supposed to reboot it, and I really don't want reboots. I really don't like the thought of reboots, but I low key want a Smart Guy reboot because I don't like the way that show ended. You didn't like Girlfriends? Oh my goodness, Girlfriends is in my top 5 favorite shows ever. What? Miles looked very handsome with the long hair. I gotta see it. We can't judge until after the honeymoon. That's true. That's when it gets real after the honeymoon. The Unfiltered comes on before the episode. If they can have reboots, we can too. Yeah, I mean, I don't like some people were saying, Brandy was talking about doing a Moesha reboot, and I was like, no, because rest in peace to the actors that played Hakeem and Andale. We don't have them anymore. And I don't want Moesha especially without Hakeem, especially without Andale. What is the show without them? It's not Moesha no more. So reboots, it's like some I could see happening, and others I'm like, I don't know. Smart Guy only had 3 seasons. I think they can do a reboot. Me too. I mean, I just I feel like that show was cut short. And so that's why I would love to see a reboot of theirs. 101 coming to Netflix? I think I knew that, but I love that show. If any of them last, I give them credit because quarantine 24/7. Shoot, some of these long-term marriages couldn't handle the quarantine. I don't want to be negative, but I can't wait until the arguments. Yep, the Proud Family's coming back. Now, that's something I don't mind them rebooting because that's a cartoon. And they can literally, it doesn't have to be like an older version. They can literally have them be the same exact age. I'm excited for the Unfiltered this week with Woody and Miles. I'm going to have to watch it. It's on my DVR. All my Black TV faves. I miss the 80s and 90s with uplifting fun shows for Black people. The only thing we have is not Black-ish. I love Black-ish, and you're right. I wish we'll have an influx of like Black TV shows like Family Matters, Living Single, Girlfriends, 101, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, A Different World, The Cosby Show. There's so many, but we don't have any like up-to-date ones. Like, I love being nostalgic and watching the old shows, but where are the new ones for the kids we have now? Because some kids, they don't like to watch throwbacks. Brandy had a show on BET and it wasn't that good. Girl, I watched a half of one of those episodes. I couldn't take it. I also didn't really like her on The Game either. Sorry. I went to a live taping of Girlfriends. I will always remember that it was the first episode. Oh my goodness. I love the first episode. That was one of the funniest ones. I've been enjoying The Parkers on BET. Yeah, I love that The Parkers is on BET. I watch it all the time. Even though The Parkers was super problematic within itself, I can enjoy shows even though they're problematic because, it's like the nostalgia, but yeah, they had some stuff going on with that show too. We also need more romance movies for Black people without the aspect of struggle and all that. I want movies where she goes on vacation and falls in love with the local or something. Yeah, we do need more movies like that. I totally agree. The Parkers were better than Moesha, but nobody's ready for that conversation. I think a lot of people will agree with you. I totally agree. It was definitely funnier. I think that Moesha there was more character development on Moesha, and the storylines were more hard hitting. Moesha was funny, but there was also some very like serious issues happening on that show, whereas the Parkers was mainly just laughs. So to me, that's how I compare Fresh Prince versus Martin. Like Fresh Prince, it was funny, but they had serious storylines. They had character development. Carlton, when he first started on that show, was not the same Carlton when the show ended. And so that's what I mean by character development. Martin was just laughs. Funny, barely had a storyline, but it didn't need one because it was so funny. And so I feel like they're kind of really different to compare them. But personally, the Parkers I just want to laugh sometimes, and Moesha got on my nerves. So Living Single was so good. Oh my goodness, I love Living Single. I believe I've seen every episode. Yep, it's so funny. Monique was crazy and Kim was hilarious. Definitely. You want to be a botanist? You better go ahead, girl. UPN used to have good ones on Monday night. We used to call it Black Night. UPN did have all the best shows. Half and Half, Girlfriend. When Girlfriend's on there? The Game. Yep. I could see a sister reboot. I love the Jamie Foxx show. I didn't appreciate it when I was younger, but when I go back and watch it now, it's hilarious. I don't know what I was thinking. What's up, Cliff? Where you been? Cliff, you've been like absent. Where you been? Exactly, Alexis. Where you been, Cliff? And that's not how you spell my name. It's Pinkie, by the way. You like the way I say Cliff? He said I say a real country. My accent comes out at times when I don't even realize it. I don't even hear it half the time. What threw me off is when they made Moesha Daddy have the outside child and didn't even tell his wife. I was like, where they do that at? You would be surprised. You would be surprised. That's actually very common, especially back in the day. I didn't like the Steve Harvey show. He irks me. I love the Steve Harvey show, but not because of Steve Harvey. I liked it because of Cedric the Entertainer, Seti, and Lovita, and the principal, and the students. Romeo. They were funny. That was a funny show, but not because of Steve Harvey. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. Cliff, where you been? We need some hot takes from you. You always come in here and stir stuff up. been trying to stay safe. All right. I hope you've been quarantined as much as you can. Jamie Foxx show is underrated. That show is hilarious. It real like honestly, it's like I feel like it is very underrated. I don't for whatever reason. It was so funny. Oh my goodness, the Bernie Mac show. Yeah, the Bernie Mac show is funny as if it still comes on. Like it's so relevant. I have an accent myself, so I can't tell when someone else has one. Yeah, I mean, I can hear other people's accents, but I can't hear mine sometimes. I try with Jamie Foxx. Sometimes he just got on my nerves. I think it's like, either you love it or hate it. That's what I get from people with that show. Is either you love it or you hate it. That threw the whole cast off. Cheryl Lee Ralph has done interviews saying it ruined the show. Did it ruin the show? I think it added an interesting dynamic because Frank was playing this holier than thou role the entire, all the seasons. And it's just crazy to me that that was the thing that undid it all, I think there needed to be something because Frank acted like he was so perfect and we saw that he wasn't, but his personality was the type to be a hypocrite and to be hiding something like that. And I don't think it ruined the show. I just think it, it took it to the next level as far as drama. Because it's not like Frank was just like the best role model of a husband and father. Let's be clear. It is very common to have a hidden child. Have you seen Paternity Court? Thank you. And it was even easier to do it back in the day because, you didn't have social media. You didn't have people out here putting people's husbands on blast. So it was even easier back then. Oh, Eve. I used to love Eve. Eve, how you do that? Eve. I used to love that show. But her love interest on that show, he got on my nerves. But I loved Eve. Where can I watch Eve? I actually want to watch that again. Nothing can compare to Bernie Mac's show in Still Shot. Anytime I watch that show, I'm like, wow, Bernie Mac he's not been here for a while now. I still can't believe it. Talking about a side child for a TV show, but art reflects life, and so yeah, art reflects life. I didn't see nothing wrong with them having that storyline. You had all kind of storylines exposing Moesha. When are you gonna do another live with Caitlin? I want to do one, but I wanted to make sure. That's why I got my new camera, because I do want to start doing lives, but I don't want my camera to be the one that's jacked up and my connection to be the one that's messed up. So I think this one went pretty good. Let me see how I'm looking real quick. See, that's why I wanted a better camera, because I feel like my camera doesn't look the way I want it to look. But I'm gonna figure it out. You can also watch Unfiltered on YouTube. They already happened. Right now, only 1 and 2 are out. Okay. Selling them Saturn cars. And I'm just like, okay, Frank didn't own a Saturn dealership until the second season, and he was scrimping and scrounging for money. Dee had to give him her savings. He had to take some of Miles' college fund to use it. So I'm like, why do they act like they're so much better than the people they're around? Yeah, obviously y'all are trying to make it just like everybody else. What makes y'all so much better? I want to do one where I bring all my friends in one time, because they watch the show now. So I think that would be fun. Moesha always bothered me with that little man Q being her love interest. He was too small for that girl. He was kind of small. I used to think he was ugly, but when I went back and watched those episodes, I'm like, Q was all right. He wasn't that bad. He wasn't as bad as I thought. I just think his bald head threw me off. Like, you don't know too many bald-headed high school students, but hey. Yeah, guys, I promise I'm gonna try to figure out my camera situation. I'm gonna try to figure out everything, and we'll do like a Zoom situation, one of these lives. I hated the intro monologues, because it was always so self-serving, always so, oh, I'm so much better than everyone else. Her writing in her diary and her talk, like the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, I skipped those. I don't want to see whatever abstract crap y'all strung together for the beginning of this episode. That I was never interested in. Shoot, I don't care about that, especially coming from Alicia. I'm gonna see if they could do it next Friday. Maybe we'll try to do it next Friday. I love the scenes of the black people just doing regular black people stuff, which I talked about. An animated show. Whew. An hour and 45 minutes. Is 99 people in here. Make sure y'all leave a like. We're off topic. If you're just coming in, we're just like talking about whatever right now. Which Married at First Sight season should I go back and watch? So which ones have you seen? Because the one with Sheila and Nate, that was pretty good. I forgot. Is that season 5? Miles is trying hard to make Karen like him and it's not working. You know, he's being friend zoned. He's being friend zoned, and I hate it for him. I'm still stuck on Mika. Montre. Karen is too uptight. We're trying to give her a chance, but let me see something right quick, y'all. Now this might not look right, but let me just see something. I don't think my lips are gonna match up to my audio, but I'm trying to test this camera. This camera is better, but I have to figure out how to get the audio to sync up to the lips. Let's see. Y'all call it Miles High, the Milettes. Let me see. Is it syncing up? Nah, still off. I'm gonna have to figure this out another time. We need a better name. Milet sounds like an old black lady gospel trio from the 60s. Oh, what are y'all talking about? My wife is 4 years older than me. Miles has to man up some more. Mika always calling Michael a liar. Michael was a liar. How do you know he is being friend zoned? Child, I will gladly take me back off the miles. As you can see, Pastor Cal comments on Henry and Christina may be correct and Dr. Pepper was wrong. I said that too. I'm not letting a friend touch my feet. Who does that? Some people don't mind touching their feet. We kind of weird, Alexis, I think. Bennett wearing the dress had me shaking my head. That was a gown, and men used to wear gowns back in the day. Miles is too nice. I think he's not trying to push her too hard, y'all. I really do. He's got to set the tone and not wait on Karen's approval. Okay. You know what? You might be right about that, because Karen seemed like she needs someone who can put their foot down. But I think he's just trying not to overstep. I wish they would move the in-law brunch to after the honeymoon. I think that would be better. Nothing makes me cringe more than a wet foot. I wear socks in bed so they don't touch each other. Ooh, me too. I don't know if I do it specifically for that reason, but I definitely wear socks. I get your point, but she's not into him yet. So what do you think, Cliff? Do you think he should keep doing what he's doing? Like, what do you think he should do to like get her to be interested in him? Yeah, people are going in on Karen. I'm not gonna go in on Karen. Because I don't think she's being nasty on purpose. Or I don't think she's being nasty at all. I just think she's reserved, like a lot of people said. Still side-eyeing Brett. He looks exactly like my friend's ex. And he was a certified jerk. So the ladies in the live cool with their man wearing gowns. No, but I mean they different. They different. If she like it, I love it. They totally different people. Yeah, Cliff, you got to be on the next live. Karen might find Woody attractive if she likes buff dudes. I said it was cool for Amelia, not for me. Exactly. Like, she liked it. He has to fall back and stop looking for her approval. He's chasing her. I think to a certain degree, you might be right. Because him constantly, oh, let me massage your feet. Let me do your hair. Let me, I think he needs to leave a little bit to be desired. Because he's gonna friend zone himself if he keeps going at this rate. He's gonna be friend zoned, and I'm scared of that. I don't want that to happen. I've never seen a man wear a gown. I've seen it like on like old movies and stuff. They used to wear it. But yes, I would be very thrown off if I saw a man come in a dress. I would. I thought Amelia and Bennett switched pajamas. My question is, what will Amelia and Bennett consider turnoffs? They like everything. They're just open and accepting. It's too early for people to be going in on Karen. Greg chased Deanna and it worked for him, but Greg wasn't doing what Miles is doing. Greg wasn't massaging feet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Greg was giving her all the compliments. He was keeping it romantic. Whereas Miles, rubbing the feet can be romantic, but undoing the hair and doing other things can change the meaning a little bit. You know what I mean? You speaking facts, he didn't even get a marriage kiss. Amelia don't mind gowns, Bennett don't mind armpit hair. Exactly. So are you okay with her armpit hair? Deanna was more likable. She gave Greg something. But let me tell you something. People were coming at Deanna too. I don't think they were coming at Karen. I mean, Deanna the way they're coming at Karen, but they were going in on her too. But I do agree that Deanna gave Greg a little bit more. He played football and exercised with Woody. I almost feel like you have to earn rubbing feet. Y'all just met. That's true. Like, you're putting a barrier in between us while we sleep in the bed. So, you know, rubbing feet, it's like, why you want me to rub your feet, but then we can't even sleep next to each other? Undoing the hair was friendly. I thought it was a nice gesture. It was, but when you pair it with the other things that he did, it's not just like doing the hair. It's doing the hair, doing the feet. And, you know, there's a fine line. And I feel like you can get friend zoned if you're not careful. I don't judge her on her armpit hair, but I'm not finna have armpit hair. And I know a lot of men wouldn't like that. And it does carry odor, but that's her. If that's what she wants to do, fine. And if Bennett don't care, fine. I don't think Karen and Miles will work. I'm just going to have to deal with her being dry for the next few weeks. That's true. I mean, I think they're going to work still. I still have hope. I could see Miles being clingy. I could see that too. Now that I could see that because Miles is a mama's boy. And, you know, sometimes they can be clingy. Them pillows in the middle got to go. We at least touching hands. I mean, what does she think? Does she think Miles the boogeyman is going to come get her in the middle of the night? Y'all married, girl. Y'all married. Y'all married. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. So you think Miles is being a lapdog to Karen? It's about to start coming off that way. It's about to start coming off that way. He gonna have to be assertive at some point, like somebody else said. Karen saying she don't want to give her phone number, but she got his whole profile. I think she was just playing, y'all. I think she was playing. I feel like they would make a cute couple if Karen put her walls down. Yeah. His mama said send him on back. Yes, lapdog. That's the word. Karen is being difficult. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I think that you guys are off. Miles is trying to take it easy. That's where her mom was telling him. I do, but it depends on the perspective that Karen is taking it in. Yeah, that might be the way he's putting it out there, but Karen can perceive those actions in a different way. Miles' mama, oh my goodness. Are you into submission? What? Oh, not like S&M. I hope not. Putting those pillows down the middle like she is scary. Karen is going to realize that millions of other women want Miles. She will get on the team. I think so too, because let me tell you, so many women are in my comments like, if Karen don't want Miles, give him to me. So many. He really do have a high. When Karen was telling him all the food she ate, that was her way of telling him, you not, oh man, where'd the comment go? You not getting up. His mom was a bit much. I was waiting for Karen to whip out a chastity belt. You love Miles' mother. I'm going to be like Miles' mama when I have a son, so I can't say nothing. If you can't take care of him, bring him back. But it's like, it's just the notion. He already comes off like a mama's boy, and you saying like, bring him back to me if you don't want him. Like, come on, we're just a grown man. I wish she didn't do the ugly, sad cry at the altar. I think she was overcome with everything. Miles is the submissive. I don't know what the mom was talking about. Karen want a roughneck. She's a spoiled princess. She wants the bad boy. Oh, I hope that's not the case. Miles needs some of his boy swag. Maybe Woody can help him. Because Woody, I feel like he would be able to get Karen out of her shell. Easy. I really do. If you ask stupid questions, I give stupid answers. Who are you talking to? Not me, I'm good. Miles available for someone else. Yes, Miles does need some of Woody's swag. Well, her mom ain't the only one that cares about her child. True. Miles got women standing in line. Let Karen slip. It's about time a guy's parents act like they care about their son getting hurt on this show. Okay, I'll give you that. Karen is enjoying bossing Miles around. Woody would be able to get Karen out of her shell and her chastity belt. Child, I already know that. Because he's about 2 seconds away from Amani's. Miles is 26, but I've seen 26-year-olds have more game than him. That's how I know he's genuine, because he don't have no game. Karen was looking for someone that was 45 and settled standing at the altar. Karen was looking for a sugar daddy. Well, she came to the wrong place for that. She should have went to, what's that millionaire show? Amani just doesn't want to seem easy, but I feel like she's going to get it on the honeymoon. I think so too, because they already talking about different notches, and the stuff that he got notches for wasn't even nothing. So, I mean, I'm like, girl, Miles and Karen will stay together, but will she be happy? I think she just has to like someone else said on this live. I think she has wanted someone in the past, a particular guy in the past, and that guy had a baby on you. You know what I'm saying? So I think if she actually opens up to to Miles, and gives him a chance, she can fall for him. But she has to get it out of her mind that that's not her type, because types, let that go. You should have gave up on types when you signed up for Married at First Sight. They giving you what they think you need, not what you want. Maybe she'll change up when she sees how much Miles makes. Marrying Millions. Yeah, she should have went to Marrying Millions if she wanted a sugar daddy. Yeah, I'm like, getting in a bath. If y'all taking baths together, stop teasing one another. I hope Miles don't turn out like Brett, because Karen really needs to loosen up. I don't think he'll do that. Karen wants another man who will cheat on her and she can't chase behind. She could go back to the ex and the secret baby if she can't appreciate what she had. Let me tell you something. Miles Hive is in here, baby. Miles Hive is in here. Woody is hilarious. Mm. Woody, I don't think he necessarily putting game on her, but he's naturally charismatic. He knows how to charm a woman. He just has that. There's just some men that just naturally have it. I don't think Olivia's necessarily thirsty. I just think she's just overly excited, and you know, you need to not give him too much. It's refreshing to see a man in touch with his emotions. Karen would be a fool not to try with Miles. Well, I agree, but if it don't work out with Karen, I'm sure he'll have plenty of options after this, child. Woody does have a disarming personality and it draws people in. Yes, that's the perfect explanation. I don't think Brett is into her, but that doesn't mean he won't sleep with her. Oh, he definitely sleeping with her as soon as he get a chance. He loves to brag about having one night stands. Karen doesn't know what she really wants. That dude got a baby on her and had a little edge because I doubt the baby was the first. Woody gives me player vibes. I don't think they're going to make it. Miles is like Greg. He is a Greg type. I feel like Woody is the dude that is calm and will love you to the end, but if you mess him over, that's when the devil comes out. Can't wait for Brett to get exposed. I think we all can. That's true. It's only been 3 days, or as far as we know, it's only been a couple of days. So, you know, her mother says she's reserved. So I just think it's taking time for her to be herself. I can't wait till we get to these COVID episodes. Child, I feel like it's gonna be some real arguments during these COVID. I think we're gonna see some real shoo. I think it's gonna get real during quarantine. I think it's gonna get real. Because when you have to be with somebody 24/7, that's hard. That's hard. And y'all don't even know each other like that. I already know it's about to be some blow ups. I could see, let's see, who do y'all think will blow up? I could see, I low-key could see Woody and Amani. I think they just gonna be real passionate. I don't think it's gonna break them up, but I think they're gonna have some like passionate arguments. I could probably see Amelia and Bennett because they so passionate and they jumping into it like head first. So I see them having like some disagreements. Why did you leave your washcloth in the tub? You make me sick. I know. If my husband that I've been with for 15 years has some tough moments during the pandemic, imagine strangers. I've had some tough moments in the pandemic. It's hard being in the house with somebody 24/7 for months. That is hard. It just is. Bennett and Olivia's cats not getting along. Cats will not get along will be the cause for divorce. Bennett and Amelia may have issues with space, especially if they stand in that tiny house. Nah, they're gonna be in an apartment. They're gonna put them in one. I don't mind Woody being talkative. That's a whole lot more than we get from Henry. Woody gonna be smacking on quarantine. Oh, if he starts smacking, you already know that's gonna be an argument. Do anyone think Henry's homegirl is going to be a problem? I know they're gonna be a problem, and I think one of them secretly want him, and that's why she was talking all that crap. and the other one just messy. Hey, Caitlin. We just in here, we just talking now. We talking about the couples, we just talking. They definitely will be a problem. Wasn't one saying she has no respect? Yeah, if anybody says I don't have respect for your wife, I don't even look at her as your wife, that's a complete lack of respect. And I'm finna get you up out of here. I'm sorry. If you gonna be with me, she gonna have to go. I don't care if we was cool afterwards. Once I see this episode, she gotta go. I'm sorry. But I don't even think they're gonna last. But that's just in general. She gonna have to go. I see Woody and Amani beefing, but nothing detrimental. I think Brett's facade might fade. I think it's definitely gonna fade. I think it's gonna fade before quarantine, and it's just gonna get worse. Do you think Mika and Henry would have made it? No. No. He would not be able to handle Mika. If he starts smacking Amani, we'll start handing out actual smacks. Trishelle definitely coming back for another drunk appearance. She just want to be on TV. Surprised Henry has even made friends. I said earlier, I was like, they made friends with him. He did not reach out to them. He did not come up to them. They made friends with him. And shoot, you never know. They might have just bumped into each other at the store and they just all of a sudden, oh, this is somebody that I can, have be my lap dog. Yeah, I don't know who put Mika and Henry together. I don't know why y'all think that's gonna be a good match. Henry is normal. I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch Unfiltered, because if Henry is normal, they trash for how they editing him. Henry's girlfriends use him. I can see that. Yeah, Christina isn't my favorite, but they would have to go. Brandon would massage Karen's feet while saying the word absolutely. I don't know why that was so funny. Absolutely. So, do y'all think Brandon would have acted any differently had he been married to someone else? I hope someone can cook when them New Orleans restaurant. Ooh, let me tell you, I never cooked so much than when everything was shut down. We had no choice. I had to learn how to cook. Mika would be mad because Henry don't talk. Yeah, she would. Henry would definitely get beat up with Mika. I'm sorry. Mika and Woody, they would have some serious passion. I'll say that. I will say that. I think he would pull her out of her shell. I don't think he was real normal on Unfiltered. He looked uncomfortable and everything. I would have to see that. Mika wanted a Miles. Mika deserved a Miles. She still does. I hope she finds a good man. Yes, but again, Brandon didn't like the cameras. That's true. Brandon got that devil in him, like Woody Granny said. Brandon jumped out the gate with the foolishness. Anybody would have snapped on him eventually. I agree. Because it wasn't necessarily Taylor. It was, like someone said earlier, it was the cameras. But you knew what you were signing up for. You actually pictured it. That's why it was so funny. Absolutely. Karen would really be upset if she got Brandon. She better be grateful she got Miles. I think Brandon would have done better with someone else. You think even though he still had those temper tantrums, see, you always stuck up for Brandon. You always stuck up for Brandon, even though Brandon would have temper tantrums like a child. Did y'all see Brandon and Karen? No. Brandon, I think Brandon would be over it with Karen being so standoffish. Woody and Taylor. I don't know if Taylor could handle Woody. Brandon was whack. Still is probably. He can't handle a black woman. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he would have still been that way no matter what, no matter who it was. Even though I think Taylor, she had her ways as well. I would not wish Mika on Miles. He don't deserve. Now, Cliff, now see, this is what I'm talking about. What did Mika do that was so bad? I really need to know. I need to know. What did Mika do? Brandon and Taylor weren't compatible, and he didn't like her social media addiction. I don't think she had an addiction. I just think she just liked to post. Ain't nobody wrong about Brandon. Brandon was crazy. Karen is grandma. Why everybody keep calling Karen grandma? Would you ever do this show knowing you could marry a Michael, Henry, Zach, or Matt? Never. That's another reason why I would never do this show. Because if y'all match me up with somebody that I think is, you know, all right, and then he turned out to be like that, I ain't just ain't gonna show up. Taylor did have her way. She was kind of a jerk as well, but so was Brandon. Cliff is being messy. Exactly. She was not rude and aggressive. This man was consistently lying to her. How would you act? How would you act if somebody was consistently lying to you about everything? When you get a little rude, when you be a little aggressive, she's aggressive because she stands up for herself. Exactly. I don't know who's worse, Luke or Matt. It's between those two for me. Either Luke or Matt. I can't tell you who's worse. I like Mika. She deserves somebody better. I agree. But what were Mika's issues? We didn't get to really see because Michael was lying from the very beginning. I just wish Mika would have left earlier. I kind of remember. I mean, I kind of agree. I kind of wish she would have. Cliff is back shaking the table. I know. With these hot takes. Okay, Mika ain't got no man. That don't mean nothing. We in a whole pandemic. Matt and that singing child, he's the worst just for that reason. If someone said Luke killed someone, I wouldn't be shocked. He was crazy. Mika just had the wrong husband. I agree. Like, we didn't even really get to see Mika's soft side because she constantly had to be on defense because her husband was lying to her face. She was over the top at the wedding. Matt still won't divorce that girl. He's ruining her spirit. She seems so angry now. I saw she had a divorce party. Mika gave him too many chances. Brandon and Taylor were the perfect petty match, but they couldn't stand each other. I think they were too combative. Mika got along with everyone else. That's true. He didn't lie about everything. He made her breakfast and she said she don't eat it. But when the white girl made breakfast, I'm gonna need for you to have better receipts than that because she don't like breakfast. She still ate it. Just because she said she didn't like it, she didn't even tell him that she didn't like it. She said that in a confessional. I think y'all too hard on Mika. Taylor's wig game had you upset. Montre. Luke wasn't bad. I went back and watched that season. Karen is worse. The worst one I've ever seen. You doing the most. You doing the most, Cliff. You doing the most, because Luke was terrible. We ain't finna rewrite history. They be running from these divorce papers. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think I'm soft on Mika. I think Mika got dealt a bad hand. So, you know, I'm empathetic to that. We really didn't see Mika's personality. We didn't even get to see her personality. We only got to see her on defense mode. Of course, she's going to come off a little harsh. She had her walls up. They're casting right now in the middle of a pandemic. I just don't understand how you calling Karen worse than Luke, and we ain't even seen Karen whole season yet. Oh, Katie. I'll put Katie in the same category as Matt, Luke, and Luke. Yeah, I'll put her in that same category. She should have never been on this show. I totally agree with that. Mika was gorgeous. I loved her. She just needed a real man. Yep. Mika was better than I would have been. Me too. Because they wouldn't even been able to get me on camera with him unless it was decision day and I'm saying no. Yes, I would love a divorce. Luke was a master manipulator, broke that girl's spirit. He knew he was coming in here saying, and he was gonna spit some hot takes. He knew what he was doing. We didn't see the truth on Michael. Editing portrayed him like trash when, but the truth is he lied about being a yoga instructor. He lied about having the job that he said he had. Girls sign up. Luke, Matt, and Brandon are waiting. Ain't no way. We didn't really see the truth. Oh, I regret that. Casting for Dallas. I saw the flyer. Karen has run out of time. Miles and Karen will have 5 kids. Oh, I won't delete the live. I'm gonna post it after it processes. I'll post the whole thing. I did not mean to be on here for almost 2.5 hours. I did not mean to be on here for that long. Oh my goodness. This is a long time. The yoga instructor lie was so easy. Exactly. And then he helped disprove the lie, inviting her to the yoga studio. He invited her to the yoga studio, didn't even show up. And then it turns out he was the janitor. Well, I'm glad you got some sense with Matt. On the low, Pastor Cal picking the black women, they all fine. Okay. There have been some really pretty black women on this show. Michael will lie about his favorite color. It's almost 2 a.m. in New York. Wow. Michael is a master's degree from UDC in education, did a tenure with President Clinton, and worked with kids K-12 in DC. Editing mentioned nothing about his life. Okay, and he very well could have all that, but he wasn't able to prove that he had a job. Honey, no, this is how I feel. Go to any other Married at First Sight review like Chloe Johnson. They will let you know. No, Cliff, he be coming in here with his wild opinions. He don't mind going against the grain. Last season almost made me not want to watch this season. I know it was the most. Like, they really did the most last season. Probably because it was probably all a lie. Shoot, I don't know what to believe with him. I don't know. All right, y'all, for real. I got to get up off here. It's been 2.5 hours. It's 12:34 here. I did not expect to be on here for this long at all, but it was fun though. So make sure y'all leave a like. So 114 people in here. Shout out to everyone that showed up. I had so much fun. It was just fun just sitting up here talking to y'all. Maybe I'll start making them longer. But yeah, I will be coming out with what is that called? Love and Marriage Huntsville review on Sunday. I will be dropping a rant this week. I can't tell you what day. I might drop it the same day I dropped Married at First Sight like I did this week. Obviously, I'm going to be reviewing this show. Shout out to everyone that showed up. I love you guys. With our off the wall takes. Yeah, Cliff's saying we have off the wall takes. Okay. But yeah, good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And I will see you in my next one. Hopefully, I will be able to get my camera and my setup better. And we can start doing lives with different people. So, see y'all later.